Hey everybody, Oddith back here with Dragon Age Inquisition. Before I get going into this, I want to actually just say thank you guys for all the support on this series. It's going really well. I'm having a ton of fun. And it's cool that, for the most part, you guys seem pretty cool with my pacing and the fact that I'm not rushing through this. I'm trying to kind of get the most out of it that I possibly can. Somebody did spoil something for me, though, and I'm a little bit disappointed because I try to encourage a spoiler-free comment section. But I'm not going to be able to romance Vivienne. And I'm, like, crushed. It actually hurt my feelings. I guess it's better to know now than later, and I get all that, but I'm a little bit disappointed. So, the other thing is that people were saying that the flirtatious comments won't lock me into an unnecessary romance that I don't, like, totally commit to. So, that is good to know, and I will now be a flirt bomb as I talk to Cullen, I guess.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
Well, you know, I certainly do stand out. But I'm just glad I'm here.
I just hope I can help.
As do we all. It is enough that you would try. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
So you think this mark is going to help then?
I must have this mark for a reason. It will work, I'm sure of it.
Provided we can secure aid, but I'm confident we can. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
No, but I said it was going to be a flirt bomb, but I'm going to reserve that for my particular interest, which happened to be of a lady persuasion.
You understand our situation. I appreciate your opinion.
Look around. Our people are well organized and committed. Despite what the clerics think, we are in the best position to help. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Ryden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
Busy guy. Very busy guy. Okay. First thing I'm going to do, actually, before I go and talk to anybody else, is I'm going to go to the war room. Because there's a lot of those tasks that we can assign that take place in, like, real time. So it makes sense that that should be, like, almost the first place that we go to.
The center of all creation. And for a time you dwelled among them, watched over them, as a gardener watches the earth.
From what I remember, the Golden City, it started that way, but then it turned, I want to say, it turned to the Black City. I'm hoping that that's correct. Oh.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in the city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
Well, at least we did touch base. I don't know if it has done a lot of good or not, but...
At least we know how to approach the Mages and Templars now.
We've opened up lines of communication.
Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
It's really tough, actually. But, we are gonna have to choose pretty soon.
Or you could stop bickering and make a decision.
I agree.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
What, you think that they're gonna set something up for us, or?
You think the invitation could be some kind of trap?
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave.
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options. There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
I mean, you could interpret that in a lot of different ways, but...
That does sound odd, I agree.
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
Well, that's interesting. That sounds like something we want to tackle sooner rather than later, for sure. Let's summon the council and finish up some of these tasks and get them to work on some others. Okay, let's check out Ferelden. Let's see. So Inquisition needs bees.
What have your ears heard, Leliana? Anything new we don't already know about?
No, nothing.
Okay, let's get a report from her. My dear Liliana, your author friend is truly a mastery. Our search uncovered only a string of foreign accounts. The trail of coin led from Antiva to Tevinter to the Free Marches and Orlais. Someone hid their tracks well, but not well enough. Your writer is in Kirkwall, and remember, you owe me a favor. Okay. We got an Amulet of Power. That's cool. The Turin of Highever. Ambassador Montelier. The Inquisition emissaries were a welcome addition to our vigil. As a token of my thanks, I am sending Ferelden arms for your troops. That's awesome. May the Maker grant you never need them. Ferelden Captain Longsword. I'm pretty sure we've seen one of these previously. Address the nobleman's concerns. Commander Cullen, am I to understand you are in charge of the soldiers trampling on my lawns, providing food and refuge to the scribble of filth burrowing into my land? A plague on you, sir, for spitting in the face of an honest petitioner and taking advantage of my distress. Did my wretched neighbor, Ban Traft, whisper in your ear? Tell me what he paid so that I may at least know the price of treachery, sir. My only consolation is that a few of the rank and file have gone to join your farce of an Inquisition. In bitterest disgust, Lord Kildarn. That did not work out well, although we did gain some influence. That probably could have gone a bit better. Okay. So we still have to go here to do a couple of things. Look at this. Champions of the Just. We need a lot of power for that. Red Jenny Inquisition needs bees. I do not know how someone would come to this idea, but I can see the use. It is a large area to search, however. A memo from Josephine written on a note from Sarah. Know what ruins a party? Bees. I know a man who teaches how to jar them safe but angry. Stingy, no good for honey, but great for throwing. He's somewhere south. Sarah has scribbled a jar of bees, hitting someone in the face, also a butt. Honestly, love Sarah. Can't wait to talk to her more. So she knows a man who teaches how to jar them safe but angry, so we can throw bee bombs, potentially. Bounty hunters are simpler. My people will find the trail. I can send runners among the bands. If the weapon can help, it will be found. I like that attitude.
Let us begin.
Thank you. Scout the Storm Coast. Gather coin, I guess. Oh, this is... We just have to send them. I'm not... I guess if we run out... What about the Cult of Andraste? Before the Fifth Blight and the arrival of the hero Ferelden, Haven was occupied by cultists who worshipped a dragon, one they believed to be Andraste Reborn. Both the occultists and their dragon were long gone by the time the Chantry arrived to build the Temple of Sacred Ashes, but there may still be undiscovered passages in the mountains containing their relics. With a concerted search effort, it might be possible to unearth something useful to the Inquisition. This is a task best left to a few select agents knowledgeable regarding dangerous magic. I have just the one. That sounds promising. I'm leery of what we might find in these passages, but we have enough soldiers for a search. They would simply need to be careful. Cullen kind of seems underwhelming in all of these scenarios. Like, he really doesn't want to do it.
Let's see what we have.
Thank you. And, last but not least, I guess this is completed, so I'm not sure if that will remove itself or not. Ferelden has not seen significant Grey Warden activity since Darkspawn attacked the city of Amaranthin 10 years ago. It's not unusual for their order to fade from public notice when there's no blight. However, recent reports claim that a group was traveling along the northern coastline. Wardens tend to follow their own agenda, but the breach has no doubt caught their attention. If they know something when the Inquisition, or then the Inquisition should find out. So we've only got connections, which we can't use. We've got secrets, and we've got forces, which we can't use. So the Wardens are reclusive, but not untraceable. If there are signs of their passage in the Storm Coast, my agents will find them. Do it. Okay. So, Sister Liliana, Lieutenant Harding led a small complement of soldiers to the Storm Coast region to investigate reports of Grey Warden activity. She sent word that her party had established a camp near the shore, but we have received nothing further. At this time, the status of Harding and her mission remains unknown. Okay, but we can go there now if we need to. Let's not go at the current time. I'd like to see... Okay, it doesn't actually give us what type of levels are appropriate there, but that's okay for now. Is there any on this side? Yeah, it looks like it. Truth or dare, the Imperial Court, the Chantry remains. The confrontation with Mother Havara in the Valroyo market had the desired effect to a point. The Chantry's condemnation of the Inquisition was lost amid a flurry of speculation over the actions of Lord Seeker Lucius, as well as a divide in the opinions of the remaining Chantry clerics. There are, however, clerics still loudly denouncing the Herald of Andraste. The Inquisition could leave them to their speeches, but dealing with them before the Chantry elects a new divine could be of benefit. Cullen, we should send a contingent of Inquisition soldiers to the Grand Cathedral. They can offer protection, and their visibility will remind the clerics they are not out of our reach. Actually, I don't mind that approach.
To work?
To work, please. Okay, so that is enough tasks for right now. Let's talk to everybody else before we decide on our next destination.
Master Lavelin, do you have a moment?
Whoa. Vigilance on the coast, done. Varric approves. Okay, good. Getting a whole bunch of stuff. Let's actually check out this amulet here. Varric only. Gain an ability point when equipped. Oh, nice. Single use. Okay. That's interesting that it's only for Varric, but I won't argue. Token of the Packmaster. We should probably give that to... Well, she's already maxed out. Okay.
If you find anything, please bring it in.
I will, thank you. Josephine,
Did
how
you
are
need
things?
something, Ambassador?
Yes. Well, not precisely, but I should like to know if anyone here has treated you unkindly, Herald, for being an elf.
No, I don't think so.
I can deal with a few whispers and sideways looks.
I shall speak with the staff regarding such conduct. If we're to convince the world that Andraste's herald is an elf, the Inquisition must give you its utmost support. Stories of wild Dalish elves have grown even more outrageous as people learn of you.
So, can you give me an example of what you're hearing?
How have the rumors gotten worse?
I would prefer not to repeat them.
Really?
Give me something.
Stealing children, selling peasants to slavers, burning down villages, using infants for blood
Okay.
magic. Those are the stories about your fellow Dalish. I won't repeat what they've said about you.
Like, that's ridiculous. Do they care that I'm a mage? Is that kind of adding to it?
Isn't the magic just as much a problem as my ears?
It depends which way the wind is blowing. Magic is meant to serve man, the chant teaches. Close the breach, and we can claim that is why Andraste chose you. Hopefully it will be enough to replace this gossip about the Dalish.
You know, I like her. She's cool. I just wish she wasn't, like, she didn't make me beg for answers when I ask her questions. The thing is this could hurt our reputation outwards as well. If people here think that, then that can spread super quick, and I'm sure it already has.
The humans telling those tales are the first to take a knife to someone with pointed ears. My clan's defended ourselves against them more times than I can count.
Really? I had no idea. I will do what I can to end this slander, Herald. It may help if I know more about how you and your clan lived.
I don't mind answering your questions. I don't think it's so different from humans. Like, that's kind of a lie. Because it was different. Poorly, I always wanted more. That's not really the way I think. Happiest in the forest, but I'm also happy here. I would just say, you know what? We worked hard and we made things happen.
Getting up before dawn to fish, constantly mending wagons and tents, spending days on the hunt. I still can't believe city dwellers have food delivered straight to their doorsteps.
Really?
The niceties.
I never considered it extraordinary. Haven is so far away from home. You must miss the people of your clan.
Yeah, I mean, I do, but I think the people here, and not just her, but the people here would make that a lot easier. And, you know, I don't mind tossing a casual feeler out there.
If I'd never left home, Josephine, I never would have met you. That would be the greater tragedy.
What? Really? There is more to this, Master Llewellyn. Whatever comes, your role as Andraste's herald will mark your clan in history.
I don't know. The thing is I do worry about that a little bit. 'Cause, like, I don't know. Maybe it turns out that we are the herald, but...
Elves and fame tend to go poorly together. I hope my clan doesn't suffer for it.
We can make inquiries as to how they fare if it worries you. Perhaps the Inquisition could lend a hand. Greetings.
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Okay.
Let's speak later.
Farewell.
I don't know if what I got from her was a positive response or not.
I greet you.
Okay.
Farewell.
Until next time.
Who's hiding in
Earnest
here?
child is a blessing upon
Oh,
his
Vivienne's here.
parents.
A guy can dream.
You've never been to a circle, as far as I can tell, yet you're remarkably skilled. Were you self-taught?
Well, kinda.
I figured out enough on my own.
You're fortunate to be a quick learner. In my own experience, nothing is more deadly to a young mage than a lack of knowledge, which makes the current state of things precarious. What do you imagine will happen if the circles are not restored? Do you foresee the Dalish taking us all under their wing?
That's actually a tough question. I don't know that we need the circle restored. But certainly the chaos does harm everybody.
The war benefits no one. It must end, and order must be restored.
If only the rebels saw things so clearly. Justinia's death has shattered the balance of power in Thedas. If it is not restored quickly, countless lives will be lost. Mages, Templars, innocent people of all kinds now look to the Inquisition to decide their fate.
Well, I'm gonna do what I can to help.
I'll try not to let them down.
Failure is a luxury we cannot afford, my dear. For almost 1,000 years, the world believed it was in the hands of the Maker. And now many believe you are the agent of his will. Whatever the truth is, that belief gives you power.
Oh, well. I know that it gives me power. I'm not naive enough to think that I don't have that type of influence, even just the way that others have labeled me. But I just have to try to use it in the right ways.
If that's true, then I'll put it to good use.
I suppose we'll see. I've stolen enough of your time, my dear. Don't let me keep you.
Okay. Who's
Excuse me.
Krem?
Got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
I'll take it.
What's the message?
We've got word of some Tevinter mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information free of charge. If you'd like to see what the Bull's charges can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and watch us work.
Tell us more about Iron Bull.
What should I know about your commander?
We've read about this, I
Iron
think.
Bull? He's one of those Kunari, the big guys with the horns. He leads from the front. He pays well, and he's a lot smarter than the last bastard I worked for. Best of all, he's professional. We accept contracts with whoever makes the first real offer. You're the first time he's gone out of his way to pick a side.
Well, that's kind of interesting.
What can your Bull's charges offer the Inquisition?
We're loyal, we're tough, and we don't break contracts. Ask around Val Royeaux. We've got references.
And why give us this message?
Why did your commander send us this information?
Iron Bull wants to work for the Inquisition. He thinks you're doing good work.
Interesting. Well, we'll take any help we can get.
I look forward to meeting this Iron Bull.
We're the best you'll find. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
Okay, cool. Codex unlocked Kunari. Those are the horned individuals.
I heard the Templars have withdrawn.
Seems odd. I can see them breaking the Chantry's chain.
Liliana is ready to report in, so we could go back to the war table.
There were so many questions surrounding Faria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Faria, one of my best agents, and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once.
If you were friends, like, do you have to kill the guy? I hate to just jump in here, but...
Wait. What are you doing?
He betrayed us. He murdered my agent.
And you'd kill him? Just like that?
You find fault with my decision?
Well, I just don't think that's going to solve your problem long term.
We can't solve our problems with murder.
And what would you suggest? Leave him be. Butler's betrayal put our agents in danger. I condemned one man to save dozens. I may not like what I do, but it must be done. I cannot afford the luxury of ideals at a time like this.
Can't you find, like... I don't know. There's got to be a better way.
I expected better from the Inquisition's spy master.
You've made that point clear. Apprehend Butler, but see that he lives. Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do.
I'm gonna piss her off a little bit, but we saved a life, and you know what? Maybe there's a chance he could learn from that.
Rifts and demons keep coming. The people are terrified, and it's only getting worse. The only thing that will calm their fears now is the hope that someone out there can save them. You have to be that someone. No one else has any power over the rifts. Seal them. Your legend will spread, and Thedas will learn to trust the Inquisition.
What is your motivation behind the mages?
Why do you want me to seek out the rebel mages? Why do you care?
I've known mages. Some of them were better people than me. And yet I'm free and they're not. It's not right.
Do you have any updates that you haven't shared?
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
They called you the left hand of the divine.
That they did? What of it?
Was there any issues with between you and Cassandra, like both working for her?
What exactly does the left hand of the divine do?
A divine always has enemies, and Justinia had more than most. I protected her. I watched, had an ear to every door. I identified threats, and I dealt with them.
That's interesting. Why so many enemies?
Why did Justinia have so many enemies?
There were many who felt she was unfit to be divine. She had a past, a worldly life. Unlike many, she wasn't given to the Chantry as a child. She chose it, and somehow that made her unworthy. And because they thought she was unworthy, they wished her harm.
It sounds like you did some unscrupulous things as the left hand.
Perhaps, but wouldn't you do anything to protect what you love?
I guess so.
I could use the left hand of the divine at my side out there.
Every agent out in the world is my eyes, my ears, my blade. Wherever my people are, I am also. Coming with you, leaving my post, would blind and bound me. Do you see?
I guess so, but...
What is the point of an Inquisition?
Justinia would have started the Inquisition if the Divine Conclave failed to restore peace. She hoped that with enough support, we could challenge the very tenets of the Chantry. She wanted the Chantry to treat the mages fairly. But sometimes I wonder, why stop at mages? The Chantry has committed many injustices. If we're going to change it, why not change the whole thing? It's just a thought. None of this will be possible if we fail.
I feel like she has been dramatically impacted by this. Like, she's taken it super hard, and I think just being empathetic with her is the right idea.
I'm sorry she didn't live to see the Inquisition.
So am I.
I'd like to hear about Justinia. What was she like?
A friend. A mentor. Like me, she had secrets, made mistakes. It made her human. I think her followers responded to that.
Was there something more than friendship between you?
You're asking if we were lovers? Typical.
No, that's not exactly what I meant.
Her, therefore, it must be romantic. Love is common. Love is simple. My bond with Justinia was something greater. She was a sister, a mother,
yeah, see,
a teacher.
That's kind of what I was thinking,
actually. To answer your question, yes, it was more than friendship.
And that's what I meant, sorry.
How did you and Justinia meet?
I met her a long time ago, before she became divine. Before she was Justinia. When I met her, she was Mother Dorothea. I was at my lowest. Broken, lost. And she saved me. No, wait. She hates it when I say that. I saved myself. She just showed me it was possible.
You can tell, actually, that was like a real, true connection that they had. Just the way that she... even the inflection in her voice when she talks about her, it's like...
later.
It's uplifting. It's cool. Do we have any requisitions? Yeah, we have this one. A potent healing mixture that can treat many wounded people. Reward 1 power. All right.
That'll help. Carriodon wanted to know when you
Nice
might be
work
able
with
to
those
provide
supplies.
materials he needs.
The Smiths can use them to fit our troops with better gear. Might not affect you much, but our recruits will have
Sorry.
better chances next time some monster flies out of a rift.
Farewell.
Make a go with you.
Okay, I think I could be wrong, but did we just... No, I thought maybe we gained a level there, but nope. Okay, Varric and then Solus.
Need something?
We already talked about Hawk, but perhaps you can tell us more?
I've read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
Okay, we have asked him everything.
Need something?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
Okay, doesn't seem like Varric has much going on right now. What about Solus? I'm thinking our next mission is going to be taking Solus out to the Hinterlands location that he wants to go to.
Have you seen Enchanter Vivian? That's the picture of what a circle mage should very well.
Oh, and Sarah, I guess, who's probably in here. This is probably, yeah. Wait, there she is.
So, this is it, huh? Oh, no, it's fine, yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger. Hear that? I meant the stronghold, but it sounded like... Well, it's funny, right? Anyway,
I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking it.
should earn more sovereigns than this. Need things back to normal for coins to be flowing again. Another reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down.
I think there's a little bit more going on. I'm curious if you've picked a side, Sarah.
The Templars and the mages. Most people pick a side.
Most people are stupid.
But where do you stand on the war?
In the frigging middle with everyone else. You know what I hear about mages? Nothing, until one goes all demony. Know what I hear about Templars? Nothing, until they take maybe mages. They're too busy to look up where the real questions are.
Well, maybe we can make it apparent to everyone what's going on then.
That's why we're here. To help guide everyone back from the brink.
The religious ones tell you that. That's important, right? But don't make it all about that. Seems like believing too hard is what got everyone here. And here is stupid and smells of horse. Really, what everyone needs is to get everything back to normal and proper and profitable. Sound good to you, all chosen Lord Herald?
I like her, like, no-nonsense approach. I really, like, she's really cool.
I think I'll enjoy having you around, Sarah. I hope you'll feel the same.
Not even. Get to work, Herald. I'm gonna go kick someone out of a bed.
That's awesome. I don't even care that she shut me down. I think she's great. She's great. Says drop and grab operation is available.
At least we've got Inquisition troops out at Redcliffe now, giving those people some real...
Greetings.
Okay.
We'll talk later.
He doesn't have anything to say either. So, I'm thinking what we could do is... Actually, first thing we should do is go back to the war room to finish up any of the work that just got done. And we could put some new objectives out there. And then I'm thinking we go out to Solus's area. I'd also like to meet with the Iron Bull. There's a lot that we could do. So let's see. Right here.
My scouts still comb the hills for clues about the explosion. I'll take what I can find.
The Cult of Andraste. It's incredible how many passages remain undiscovered even after the Chantry's arrival, and they scoured every inch of these mountains for years in search of anything related to the Sacred Ashes. The cult didn't build all of this, it was here long before, and who knows how many years it would take to find it all. Of the new passages uncovered during the search, most were long empty or contained goods far beyond salvage. A few, however, yielded some artifacts of interest, and one evidently contained strange runes we have yet to translate. If we can find someone capable of doing so, they might prove of use. A life word amulet. I think this is one of the things that shatters and protects you, if I'm not mistaken, which I could be. Okay, so now we have a couple of other things going on here. Address to the Chantry, done. Truth or Dare, the Imperial... That was weird. Truth or Dare, the Imperial Court. A letter addressed to Vivienne lies open on the table. A note has been added to the top which reads, Josephine, darling, you should take care of this. V. Dearest Vivienne, you could not have heard the shocking allegations against the Inquisition, or surely you would have never been seen with them. Allow me as a friend to open your eyes. People are saying that Divine Justinia is indeed alive, but that the Inquisition, her closest advisor and most trusted servants, have orchestrated all this chaos in her orders. That it was Seeker Pentagast and Sister Nightingale who sabotaged the Conclave in order to eliminate opposition within the Chantry and cut off the heads of the Mage Rebellion and Templars in a single stroke. To save your own reputation, you must escape this acquaintance immediately. Deepest concern, Vicomtesse Elodie de Moreau. Interesting. Proving the Divine's death would just be used against us. We need to find the source of this rumor. I agree.
Let's see what we have.
I totally agree. Okay, so those guys are all put to work. What we're gonna do is we'll take a break, and when we come back, we will. Here's what I'm thinking. I'll run this by you guys. So where is it? Meet Iron Bull. Right here. So the Inner Circle. Travel to the hinterlands with Solus is something I would really like to do. I would like to meet with or search for Blackwall, in the hinterlands. I'd like to meet the Iron Bull, and this primeval red Lyrian deposits found. That's also kind of important. So my understanding here, Inquisitor's Path. These are your main objectives, if I'm not mistaken. In order to contact the Templars, we need to acquire a certain number of power and not spend it on other things. That's understandable. And then we've got traveling to Redcliffe and making contact with the mages, which is cool. We were stopped on our way out of Val Royeaux, I believe. And they said that the mages were open to discussing with us. In terms of the Inner Circle, I think this is all about acquiring new companions, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if they all lead towards that, but that's what I think. And then we have like the Fallow Mire, we have Haven, and we have the Hinterlands, which is all a whole bunch of other side quests that we can do. So in terms of the Hinterlands, there are a couple of things that I'm interested in. Specifically, I want to go back to Braun, let him know the watchtowers are up. I would like to dispense with the bandits on the road to the east. We've got the ram meat, so I'd like to give that to the hunter. We've got these apostate caches that are hidden in the area, and I could potentially grab those. I wouldn't mind closing the other Fade Rift. There's Fade Rifts on the farm as well. Setting up camps is actually important just to travel around. I have to wait until I stumble upon Philanderus to take to this tree. Get the potion from the refugee's son. We could probably do at some point. The claws, I don't have any. Finding a key to the cabin is going to be random. Return the stolen treasure to the Western Fortress, potentially. And then the Drakestone would happen if we find Drakestone. So there's that. And then the Fallow Mire, I think things were getting a little bit difficult, so I'd probably go back there in a few levels from now. But with Haven, literally everything's done except for these random notes that we found. Someone named Tegan put a lot of work into them. So interesting. But I think my ideal process here is to go through mostly the Inner Circle to acquire as many people as we can, assuming this is what happens. This primeval red lyrium deposits, I think that's going to be a longer term thing. But then after we meet all these people, then we go off and do some of these and mix in these ones along the way. That's my thought process, but I'm open to suggestions on how to best accomplish that. Also keeping in mind that, you guys don't want to see me just run and collect, apostate caches for 30 minutes. I totally get that. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate the support, and I'm having a super time. Oh, you know what? Since she's done, I'm not going to end it here yet. Let's go and finish this up. One reminder, please, is if you've played ahead of me or what have you, please don't spoil things. I've seen a couple of questionable things in the comments, and if you guys see that, just flag it as spam and don't even reply to it. Just flag it as spam and, leave it at that. Jar of Bees grenade recipe. That is what I'm talking about. Received a weapon. We've received weapon plans and located an apiary to supply us. When the idea was presented, the beekeeper tented his fingers and sneered, of course. Quite disturbing. That's awesome. Okay, so now we can actually send out... here we go. The runes discovered in the mountain passage during the recent search are a type never seen before, neither Tevinter nor Elven, and perhaps dating back to the time of Andraste herself. There are a few who might be able to translate the script, and the benefit of doing so is unknown. I know several Antivan scholars who can be discreet. They would happily translate the runes. Well, if you know that, let's do it. So I'm pretty sure that we have one... busy, in progress, and in progress. Yeah, so we are pretty much maxed out on what we can ask our friends to do here. So anyways, guys, thanks again. We will see you very shortly, and I look forward to meeting all of these new people. It's pretty cool. Goodbye.